Okay, students, in the earlier lectures, we talked about what paragraph writing is, what is the pre-writing, uh, what steps should we take in our pre-writing skills, like before we write anything. Second, we talked about the elements of paragraph, the components of an effective paragraph, including the main idea, the topic sentence, followed by the supporting detail, then the conclusion or conclusive idea or conclusive sentence, and the kind of language we should use while writing a paragraph to make it effective, because it is the written communication that we have. Now, today in this lecture, we are going to look at what do we mean by supporting detail or supporting sentences, and what is the conclusive idea or what is the conclusion of a paragraph. So first, let's take a look at supporting details. The topic of a paragraph needs to be developed adequately. So what happens? What do we need for that? Yes, we need, as I discussed earlier, we need examples, illustrations, description, justification. We need to cite data, facts, stats, evidence, details. We can use quotations. We can do the paraphrases. We can also add story, anecdotes, smaller stories that has some relationship with our topic. We can also define terms in the paragraph or the jargons or any kind of word that we are using, whether it's a connotation. Now let's see how it works. If you remember, there was an example of of kind of fear, and the fear among women in the name of honor killing. So when we are writing a paragraph about honor killing and women fear, so we need to bring about some facts, like what societies suffer from this problem, how many women are supposedly or are being killed every year, what evidence do we have, what details we can offer. So we need to understand from the factual point of view, from the factual data. Similarly, we can give examples from our society, from our personal experience, or from any sources that we have, like a news source, like a story, and we can define the problems. If you remember, in the earlier lecture that got recorded, we talked about Karachi as a city of that has become a source of provision, that becomes a source of job, opportunity to earn money, opportunity to survive economically, opportunity to improve personal economic conditions. We can give examples, we can give illustration, like we illustrated with the help of certain examples that how people are fed in Karachi. Similarly, when we are writing about something like we are writing about health and fitness, we use quote, health is wealth. There is no doubt about that, health is wealth. A healthy body keeps healthy mind. Use anecdotal stories, small, anecdotes, small stories to make our topic interesting and to support our main idea. So everything that you put in here needs the detail that can support the main idea. So nothing, neither the example, nor your illustration, nor citation, nor quotes, nor anecdote, or nor the term's definition would be different from your topic sentence. It has to have a link with your topic sentence. It means that your topic sentence is being justified and defended or supported or answered by these things. It's more like a topic sentence says what, and here we are explaining why and how. I believe that people like this. Now I want to justify that why people like this and how people like this and how do I know that. So with the help of these things, we can add examples, we can add illustrations, we can bring about facts. Remember that when you bring any fact, stats, or evidence detail, you need to write about the resource you use. at least you can mention that you've taken from the news story or the television or in any article. Similarly, the quotations, it's good to use different quotations. And now it has also been a trend that people use different dialogues from different plays, from different movies. Like I remember one of the dialogues that one of my students used in her essay, that if you are good at something, never do it for free. The essay or the paragraph was about marketing and using different tools to market online. So that was a very catchy phrase to be added in any detail. And obviously, you know that the phrase came from one of the most interesting movies and most watched movies, that's Batman Dark Knight. Similarly, people use anecdotes to support their main ideas. For example, some people are writing that, well, uh, despite having a lot of surveillance and restrictions on bullying, comma, UK schools are still suffering from bullying issues of bullying attitude by different gangs and different groups, such as once my brother was back home with a bleeding nose, the whole shirt was more like painted in red, and he was so much afraid, and he was so much petrified that he didn't even dare to name those kids who had been beaten. At that point, I realized that bullying is more than it was realized that bullying is more than just hurting someone physically, but also psychologically. Because for 2 weeks he was never back to school. So even the anecdotal stories can work in this way. Then we define different terms, we use different definitions, we have the dictionary definitions, we create our own definitions with the paraphrasing. Now let's come to the last part of it. What is the concluding sentence or conclusive sentence? This is usually the last sentence, and it contains a lot of quality of gripping the audience or recalling the reader about what the topic is. You can say that the main idea, the topic sentence is paraphrased or rephrased in concluding sentence because it is restated, and it restates the main idea by using the paraphrasing technique. And a lot of writers use this technique, and this shows that how gripping their writing is and how effective their paragraphs are. So at an early stage, you might have some problem of rewriting that main idea, but I would always suggest you try this. Thank you so much.